Hey, Rosie here, and I just wanted to jump on because I recently read a book, and it's by a guy who's super famous in the entrepreneurial world, a guy called Grant Cardone. You might have heard of him. And it was someone who I'd always I just didn't really like the way he expressed himself. The more I've got into him, actually, I find him now really, really funny. He's very aggressive, very loud, very go-getter, and so I read his book. It's called The 10X Rule, and I wanted to just talk a little bit about that today because there were some really, really strong takeaways in that book. And I'm only going to talk about one here, which is kind of the core concept. But I do recommend that you read that book if you're interested. And what Grant Cardone was saying in this book is that we need to think bigger. And that's not a new concept. Everyone, I think, is playing really, really small compared to really where they could get to. Even people who are very aware and very conscious of that are still likely playing quite small. And so I want you to think about what your goals are and what your dreams are for your life, and whether that's to get the next promotion or to scale your business to X level or whatever that could be. And then I want you to think about, well, is that really the pinnacle of your potential? Could you really scale that up? Could you 10x that? If you are a coach and you're working one-to-one and you're thinking, well, maybe down the line I'll fill my coaching program, my one-to-one coaching program. Could you really be filling 100-person group coaching programs, right? If you are, earning, let's say you're earning like £60,000 or dollars a year, and your next income, your next promotion, you might get to up to 70, and that's maybe in a couple of years. Could you not actually start your business and start making 600,000 a year? Could you really 10x your thinking and 10x your dreams and 10x your potential? Because it's in all of us. The thing is, we've got to believe that it's possible. We've got to actually own our own dreams and really, really go for it. So this is the first thing, you've got to start claiming what it is that you want. Because once you start claiming it, you might not know how, you might not know what would happen, you might not know how, you might not have the resources to make it happen. But the funny thing is, once you start claiming things and really doing the research and thinking about it and taking some steps, taking any step you can think of to make it happen, the resources start to appear for you. And that's definitely been me on my journey. I didn't even know that the online business world existed, and then I knew I wanted something different so much and so deeply, and I just started going out there and just reading a book here and talking to somebody there and going to a networking event there, and down the line the resources started coming to me, and then I figured it out, and I built my business, and here I am today, 4 or 5 years later. So the first part of his book, the first kind of main concept of his book, was obviously to 10x your thinking. But then he had a really important second part to that, which is, I think, even more important than the first. Because it's all very well and good to dream bigger and say, yeah, 600k, that sounds awesome, but what's actually going to make that happen? And what he says is, whatever your goal is right now, you need to 10x your action toward that goal. Because it's always going to be way more than you think. And I know for a fact from friends, from clients, from colleagues, from people around me, we are not taking enough action. Some of us aren't even dreaming. We're not even at that stage yet. That's kind of step one that I talked about before. But for the people who are dreaming, they're not going for it to their fullest capacity. And I don't mean working 20 hours a day. I mean really giving it your all, giving it your focus, thinking about it all the time, really pushing forward, finding the solutions, finding the steps, finding the team or the mentors or the whatever that's going to fast track your progress, or the people who are going to help support you as you build your dream. That's not the point here. The point here is really 10xing the level of activity, the level of productivity, which will actually get you to your goal. Because you can make your best guess, estimation as to what's going to happen, as to what you need to do, as to where you need to get to make X happen, to get to your 70k or to double your revenue, or whatever your goal is. But in reality, this is what Grant is saying, it's probably going to take you 10 times that level of action to make it happen. And this is what I see a lot with people who have goals. They set a goal for the month, and then they miss that goal, and then they feel really down on themselves. But the thing is, that goal probably needed longer than a month, or it probably needed you to go through that month trying at 60% and learning something so that you can then try at 70 or 80 or 90% the next month. And then maybe by month 3, you're actually in 100% and you're really going for it. So what he's saying is, really double down, like 10x your action to make your dream happen. And so if you have any kind of dream, whether that's you're stuck in your job and you want to get out, you want to find a way out, you want to be able to create a different life for yourself. You see all these people on Instagram who are on the beach 24/7. You're like, how on earth are they able to do that? And it's not fair. And I want to have that. Chances are they're actually behind their laptops quite a bit, actioning stuff and making things happen. But yeah, they do live on the beach. Like I live right now, we choose to live always in the sun and usually very close to the beach as well. And so I go every single morning to the beach. I can go in the afternoons if I want to. I can take a whole day off if I feel like it. But there's other actions and other goals and other dreams that I have as well. So I am doing work. Like right now, I'm standing in the house talking to you guys, right? But I know I can go to the beach at any point. Anyway, that was a bit of a twist to the story, but the point is, there's people who live like this. If you are a business owner, you've already got your online business, and you would love to double your revenue, or you would love to be more free, or you would love to just not have to kind of lurch launch to launch, then maybe you need to look at bringing in a residual income stream to your business, building in a different secondary income so that you're not having to rely on getting all the clients in at once, or doing these big pushes, because they are really draining and really exhausting, and I know that because I've been there in my life as well. And so if either of them are you, or you can really relate to that, I would love to invite you to check out this new business. It's not new anymore, it's 6 months old now, but this new business model that I started working with this year, and I'm actually training people on it from September for 8 weeks. I've got a business coaching program launching all around this new business model, which does offer the chance to work from anywhere. It does offer you flexibility, and it does offer you, once you obviously build it up, this isn't some kind of get rich quick, but it does offer you a residual income stream. It's perfect for people who have existing audiences. It's perfect for people who are brand new as well. And so I'm doing this training program. It is a premium coaching program, but because of the way this company is structured, I'm actually able to offer 100% scholarships for people who join up in August. So you can get either a $3,000 or $7,000 scholarship. So if this interests you, click the links. It can be either in the description here, in the comments, and check it out. And if you want to have a chat, I'm more than happy. You can PM me, or leave a comment or whatever, and we can even jump on the phone if you need to. And yeah, I would love to introduce this to you. And if it's interesting, then feel free to check it out. And I will catch you really, really soon. Bye for now, guys.